Please don't forget to subscribe, because a lot of people that watch my videos don't subscribe apparently, and hit that bell so you stay informed with the latest and greatest videos from this channel. I'm also live every day on twitch.tv/HasanAbi after 11 a.m. Pacific. The Hog's pen is still trying to get clouded off this. Listen.
Well, this is that moment when all the Trump supporters that had faith, or at least said they had faith, are drowning in their tears right now. But those who still have actual faith are relaxed, calm, chilling, because they know that there's nothing that can stop what's coming. Let me tell you, people, Biden is never going to be the president of our country.
People are texting him like, yo, redneck Trump or Biden's president. He just got inaugurated, brother.
Okay, so I want to put this out here for especially the liberals who keep calling Trump supporters like they're in a cult. You guys are in a cult. You're following Trump. It's the 45 cult. You do realize that free thinkers cannot be in a cult. They're not in a cult. If you're in a cult, you're just listening to everything that's told to you and believe everything that's said to you instead of doing the research. So think about that. You're in the cult because you just believe everything that's fed to you on the news.
Instead of me, a person who believes everything that's fed to him on their Facebook timeline. Me, a smart person, not believing in the conspiracies. Ooh, that's good. That's good stuff. Okay.
Turns out I was wrong. Donald Trump is not going to be inaugurated tomorrow, January 20th. But neither is Joe Biden.
Damn, dude. This guy, it has to be a police chief somewhere. You know why I think this? He is too thumb-like to not be a police chief of a department somewhere.
So I guess it all starts in 1871, because that's how long it's been since this has actually been a country. Apparently, we've been a corporation owned by the city of London. This is how far back this goes. We actually haven't been a country, guys. All intel says that Pelosi, Biden, Harris, Pence, all of them are going to be picked up.
What? What intel does he have?
There'll be nobody ratified by the Senate to take the seat. Therefore, the contract with the city of London is null and void. This, in fact, is why the military is as dense as they are in D.C., because they will take custody of the United States. That's why all along this coast, from there to there, all along this coast, from there to there, our Navy is lined up. You can see them as far as the horizon goes. From north all the way to south, there is naval ships. That's why the military is standing up all across this region. They will take control tomorrow. And then all the evidence of the fraud will show that Trump won overwhelmingly. And then probably, from what I've heard, in March, he will be the 19th president of the United States. The last time we had an actual president of this country was Ulysses S. Grant. Of course, he was the 18th president. So Trump will be the 19th president of the United States.
This is fucking sick. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. What did I tell you? The fucking creativity that hogs engage in. If they could somehow capture that energy, they would make great videos, great movies. The creativity that they engage in to cope with the reality around them is so awesome. The reality that like Joe Biden won and Donald Trump lost, like they would literally make the best movies. But the reason why they currently can't is because they just don't know how to harness that creative energy that they use to create victimhood.
If I saw Donald Trump's farewell speech, and yep, I watched it live. My wife looked at me, she was like, don't cry. I was like, I'm not crying. You're crying. In all seriousness, I was not crying.
Terry is a fucking weak-ass country. We can't even hardly beat a little ragtag fucking outfit like fucking Afghanistan. We was over there for fucking, I don't know, 10 years or better and didn't accomplish nothing.
Only been in Afghanistan for 10 years. Many people don't know that.
Same with Iraq. Same with Iran.
We've been in Iraq and Iran for 10 years as well.
Donald Trump is a fucking bitch that is a joke right with him. Fucking weak-ass, pathetic. Man, about 30 years ago, they should have killed every fucking baby that was born for the last 30 years because they're nothing but fucking...
Damn, base, pro-abortion. My man talking about baby side, dude. Loves abortion, I guess.
Fucking spineless fucking trash.
I couldn't make the cutoff. I'm dead too. I'm a dead baby. I at the age of 29, I almost made the cutoff, but no, I'm a weak little baby too. I'm a weak baby.
It's January 19th. I'm done hearing about this 11-hour shit. Nobody's been pardoned. No receipts have been dropped. Obamagate did not get declassified.
Obamagate, waiting for Obamagate to get declassified? I thought these people wanted like normal shit. You know what I mean? What happened? Dude, conspiracy theorists have like moved beyond what I thought was like somewhat reasonable as far as demands go. Like, you know, I wanted, you know, UFO stuff to be declassified or something. Like, no, they literally want like really the dumbest shit. Like, what? Obamagate needs to be declassified. Like, what? But there's nothing there. What do you want there to be for them to declassify? Like,
they're smart enough to know that they can't fully take over this country without taking our guns. Some people might ask, well, why the charade? Well, I'll tell you, this entire 4-year charade was simply to identify all of us who they perceived as somebody who would be a dissenter. And that paves the way to taking our guns. It's really as simple as that.
look, you know someone's a real freak. Like, I say this as an ex-smoker. You know someone's a real fucking freak when they smoke with the windows up. Like, there's nothing weirder than smoking with the fucking windows up, dude. What are you doing? That's just so psychotic. Hotbox? I don't think he's smoking marijuana.
What else to make of it? But it's
He's hotboxing a cig, dude. That's nasty as
crystal
fuck.
clear to me.
That's the saddest moment, dude. That's a moment of realization that, like, you got to change some stuff in your life, okay? If you're hotboxing a fucking just regular straight cigarette, that is a moment where you're like, okay, I got to change some stuff about my life. There's an update on the pooping MAGA woman. Update on the pooping MAGA woman. Oh, that's so good.
I cried so much. I can't even believe this is real. Like, this world, this isn't what's going to happen to our country. This is sad. And I thought that something was going to happen today, but it didn't. And everybody's on here keeps saying, oh, something's going to happen. Y'all been saying this forever, and I was believing it forever. And I'm tired of getting my hopes up on here, seeing people make these videos and all these people thinking they know stuff and don't. I believe it when I see it. But right now, the only person that can do anything is God.
Or, I don't know, yourself, you know? I mean, it's one thing to just like go through these motions, right? But the other thing is like, I don't know, recognizing that you've been duped, which is shitty, okay? Feeling disappointed that like every Democrat wasn't executed yesterday, which was, by the way, that is what they're crying about. Like, you have to remember that a lot of the Q people, at least, maybe not like all the regular conservatives, but regular conservatives are just mad because, like, you know, no martial law, no Donald Trump taking over. But a lot of the QAnon people are like upset because all of the Democrats were not rounded up and executed for taking part in a deep state pedophile conspiracy. So like, they might look like they're human when they're crying or showing emotion, but they are hogs. Like, really crazy hogs that believe in the really psychotic nonsense.
I'm not gonna live like this. It's not right. This is America, freedom of speech, and they're taking that away from us.
Nah, you went viral yesterday, lady. Free speech is very much in play for you. Dude, that's awesome, dude.
I don't know what you thought or expected, but I wanted to see.
I can't believe Johnny Sins is on Clapper, dude.
I wanted to see it happen on live TV. I wanted to see him go down.
Random raw thoughts. This guy thinks he's so fucking... He thinks he's so crazy. This guy is the guy who posts unironic Joker memes. You know what I mean? Where he's like, I'm disturbed. I'm so disturbed. I wanted to hear some of my raw thoughts. It's going to be too hard for you to handle. Maybe you might want to take a seat for this.
Because it's surreal to think that the election fraud and everything that's going on is so blatantly obvious, and yet they're seemingly getting away with it. It doesn't feel real. It's almost unimaginable. I mean, it is unimaginable. But then I got to thinking afterward, because I was so pissed watching it all. It was just making me angry.
I'm so fucking damaged, bro.
Maybe Q is, I don't know, fucked up. Maybe it's a complete psyop. I don't know. But I know this. I know there are too many dots that have connected. There are too many things that have taken place. As it's been said, how many coincidences have to happen before something becomes mathematically impossible? And then you have to stop and you have to think, all those troops, all that military equipment, the way it's set up with all the fencing and the barbed wire, all of the ships off the California coast, the troops mobilized from other states.
Bro, they literally live on a different planet. Like, they're over here like, oh, dude, there's ships off the coast of the U.S. coast. Like, that implies that, like, clearly, you know, the American government's being taken over.
I never believed that God was going to allow the evil to take over again. I don't understand why God would put President Trump in the White House to do so many good things, to reveal all of the evilness that was in the world that most of us, a lot of us, didn't know the extent of. And now we just have to live with it. I don't know why God put the people that kill babies and hate and want to live their lives completely opposite of his word, why they succeed in a lie.
Dude, how fucking privileged is your life that, like, the first time you question God and all the pain that God has shown you is when Democrats win an election rightfully? Really, dude? God damn, dude. How fucking spoiled are you? Like, have you never thought about, I don't know, like starving babies being born in Africa with HIV and shit? Like, have you never for a second just escaped your own body, peeked beyond the horse blinders that you live with, just to assume that, like, you know, there's fucking kids that melt into their goddamn school bus because a Raytheon laser-guided missile happened to hit their fucking school bus in Yemen. You know what I mean? Like, that kid didn't deserve it. Where's your God now? Meanwhile, she's over here like, why are Democrats who are killing babies? Why are Democrats winning the election? Like, holy shit, dude. I mean, don't go so far out to fucking Yemen. There are millions of kids in this country, the wealthiest nation on earth, that are food insecure. Like, there's so many other problems that you could be crying about. Meanwhile, you're over here like, Democrats won the election. Why would God do this?
And now the left is going to say that we're the snowflakes and we're the ones having meltdowns. But it's so different because they were upset because they thought their right to kill their children was going to be taken. And their right to cut their dicks off was going to be taken. We are upset because our lives, our freedoms, everything.
Like what? One is actually limiting the bodily autonomy of both trans people and women as a whole. The other is what? Like, what are these rights that were taken away from you? Like, your right to be fucking transphobic? Is that what it is? Because even then, it's not. Nothing's gonna happen. Like, you're still gonna be able to do and say transphobic shit. I don't understand. Oh, Big Poppy.
I will never ever call myself a patriot again, because to me, patriots are just cowards. It's all you are. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do a fucking thing. You're not going to do anything but bitch and moan and whine and get on these little sites and say, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. No. And you're not going to do dick. The motherfuckers on the left, they got way more balls than the motherfuckers on the right. They were way stronger, way smarter, and got way more power.
Yeah, dude. When I think of those who are powerful, I think of, like, you know, Rose City Antifa. That's whose wishes are being expressed in the Democratic Party as a whole. This guy his worldview is so distorted that they, like, legitimately think Antifa holds any sort of material power. That it's, one, an organization, and two, like, actually controls the reins of the Democratic Party or some shit. That's great.
Okay, guys, so it's gonna get creepier. You ready? Rh negative blood, the rarest blood type in the world. 15% of the world's population have it. Just 15%. But the majority of our presidents have it. And it's so weird because through genealogy, you find out that the majority of these people are actually freaking related. Did you know that Obama is actually related to Sarah Palin somehow through genealogy?
You know, President Sarah Palin. Guys, I don't want to freak you out, but did you know that George W. Bush is related to George H.W. Bush? That's fucking crazy. I know. This guy never became president. Neither of them did. But did you know that Mitt Romney, who lost the election to Obama, is related to George Romney, who also ran for president? Jeb Bush, who ran for president, also related to George W. Bush and George H.W. Bush. Fucking crazy.
They all have one common denominator. King John. That is right. They're all related to King John somehow. The same King John that signed the Magna Carta. So Is it possible that this royal bloodline has been empowered this whole freaking time? But wait, the rabbit hole goes deeper.
Wait, I want to go deeper in the rabbit hole. What the fuck? Please post updates.
No hate, just facts. So the first day in office, the first person Joe Biden fired was a black man, the Surgeon General. What did he do so wrong to you, Joe Biden? Answer me that question. And then y'all call Donald Trump a racist. You stole the election, sleepy, creepy Joe, and now you're letting your racist side show. You say that you want to unite this country, stop racism, but the first person you fire is a black man.
Fucking got him, dude.
Don't look too good on you, Joe.
No, it don't. You're right, brother. Does this guy have an intense, I got a fart energy? I thought he was in the bathroom. I thought we were going to like accidentally see his dick or something. This is so good. Keemstar if he had testosterone. Oh, man, that's good. This entire thread was golden, dude. Good shit.